DA here, doing my Premier League predictions for the 2019-20 season. We're going to start off with the bottom three, I believe it is. Yep, bottom three. And in 20th place, I have put Sheffield United. The reason for that is mainly because, I don't know, it's just they've made signings, but they haven't really made big enough signings. So yeah, Oliver McBurney, he's quite good, but I believe he was at Swansea for this, and he didn't really perform in the Premier League then. Ravel Morrison, he's got a past experience of he's been good, but at the same time he's not exactly that good. 19th place we've got Norwich. Quality signing in Ralph Farman, I think, but at the same time, is he going to suit the throne? Sam Bryan, I believe Norwich have got a bargain in him, but he's another player you can't be sure as to how he's going to play, because you haven't really seen him in the West Ham team in as many years as he's been there. Patrick Roberts on loan from Man City, not a bad signing, but at the same time, again, is he going to perform and keep them in the Premier League? In 18th place, we've got Brighton. They've seemed to have spent a fair amount of money. I don't recognise a couple of players, but I'm sorry if I pronounced this wrong, Neil Maupay, I believe he came from Brentford for 18 million. And he had a cracking championship last year. So obviously Brighton have seen that and they've jumped on board, got him in the team. And you never know, it might pay off. I might get all these completely wrong, but at the same time, he's 20 mil nearly, so you can't expect a lot out of him. So right, just escaping relegation, we've got 17th place, we've got Aston Villa. I was going to put these in the relegation because they did sort of done a Fulham last year with the spending of the money. The reason why I haven't put them there is because you've got the players like Tom Heaton, Tyrone Mings, Wesley. They've all got decent experience. Wesley, I think he's like 22, but he's got the height and stuff like that. Whip a couple of balls into him, and he'll probably just score goals. You never know. They might drop in, they might drop out throughout the season. So it's all how you judge it, really. 16th place, you've got Bournemouth. They haven't really done much, to be fair. I'm surprised Harry Wilson went there on loan, to be fair. I thought Liverpool were going to keep him, but obviously not this time. But yeah, Bournemouth, they're going to have a struggle, but they're going to stay somehow. 15th place, you've got Burnley. I know last year they had a fairly big struggle, but I think they're going to do a little bit better than last season, and hopefully I want to see them improve because I don't mind them. So, alright, let's go to the next one. So we've got 14th, 13th, 12th and 11th. Newcastle, they're known for not spending money, and they've gone and spent nearly 40 million on a player called Joe Linton. Well, I can't remember where they got him from, but I can remember on FIFA 19 he had this special card where future player and stuff like this. Same with Alan St. Maximin. We've possibly got two good future players there. If they can keep them, build around them, and then it could be good two signings there. Joshua Williams, yeah, he's decent, I suppose. You keep moving clubs every now and then, so yeah, you can probably see that. Then you got 13th place. You got Crystal Palace. Jordan Ayew, I swear he's been at Crystal Palace like all the time. He just keeps moving clubs. Same with his brother, moves clubs all the time. Then you got Gary Cahill as their possibly new centre back, maybe even captain. That is, to me, is a quality signing, and that is one thing that's going to keep them in the Premier League, no matter what, because they're decent. Then 12th place, you got Southampton. Danny Ings signing after his loan season. And you got Shea Adams. I'm not really sure how about him. And then you got Musa Genipo. I don't know where he's from, but yet again, you don't know how he's going to perform. Watford, I was going to put these a bit lower, to be fair, probably Newcastle place. But I give them the thingy of the doubt, because they've got the players like Deeney and Decore and Foster and goal, who had a cracking season last season. So it's all possibly about building the team again and making it better, which I think Watford will be able to do. Right, fighting for the European places. At 10th place, you got West Ham. I know, good old YouTuber Spencer. He's obviously a massive West Ham fan, so he might be a little bit disappointed with this one. But at the same time, 10th place, yeah, it's not amazing, but it's better than being obviously in the bottom half of the table. I can't remember where they finished last season. I think it was like 12th or 13th. But Sebastian Haller, incredible season in Bundesliga. So you never know, he could pop up, be like a bit like Andy Carroll really, apart from hopefully without the injuries for them. Then you got Pablo Fernandes, quality little under 21-year-old player. And yeah, I think he could be a star for the team in the future. Obviously, they've still got like Anderson and who else? Who else do they have? They have other good players. I can't think of them right now. Then 9th place, we've got Leicester City. They've obviously gone and spent a decent amount of money again. But this time it's Yuri Tillemans, who they have on loan from, I believe it's from January. And they're going to sign him for 40 mil. Which, in my opinion, that's a bargain because Tillemans, I think he's like 21. And he's got the potential to be probably one of the best centre mids in the world. So I think Leicester's got a brilliant signing there. Jose Perez, he's a good striker, or probably more of a centre forward. But I think he'll link up well with Jamie Vardy because of how they both play. So that'll be quite a decent little thing to see. Everton. Right, Everton. Right, you've spent nearly about 80 mil. Fabian Delph, I believe, is a good signing. He's won trophies. He's got experience. He's probably getting into his prime now. Then you got Andre Gomez. In my opinion, last season he was probably nearly one of the best centre mids in the league. He's such a confident player that he just believes he can take anyone on. Then you got Moise Kean from Juventus, which I was a bit surprised when this one happened because he's only 19 and you don't know how he's going to play in the league. It might just be that he has one good season and doesn't do very well, or takes a while to settle in. You just don't know how it's going to work. And then 7th place, you've got Wolves. Personally, these are one of my favourite teams, apart from obviously the team I support, which is Liverpool. But the way they've built a team around a couple of their players, like what's his name? Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves is like 21, 22, and he is playing at the best league, top level, week in, week out. And he's got players up front of him like Raul Jimenez. He can score goals. Diego Jota, he can score goals. You got Adama Traore, fast as anything. He's muscly and everything. So at the same time, they're gonna get. I've got a feeling they've got to get European football again. But it all depends, obviously, on how other teams do in other cups. So you never know. But that other signing there, Jesus Vallejo from Real Madrid, that's going to be, I believe, a decent signing for them. Because, yeah, he's from Real Madrid, 21, he needs game time. He's going to be wanting to play to impress. To then go back to Real Madrid to probably take Ramos's place. Because he's probably going to retire soon. Right, you got European League, sorry about that one. Europa League spots and Champions League. Right, 6th place, I have to go with Man United. Mainly because of the fact that, yeah, they've improved the defence, but they've still got them players in there like Pogba. He's greedy and he hogs the ball and then loses play and doesn't track back and gets lazy. And you still got like Sanchez on your bill. You got Lukaku, who they've been trying to get rid of, but they just can't seem to get rid of him. So it's gonna be an interesting challenge for them. They might sneak into 5th because obviously in 5th place, as you can see, we've got Chelsea. Obviously they've got a transfer ban, so they can't make transfers whatsoever. Obviously I know they've signed Kovacic because he was there on loan last season, so they're allowed to buy him. But they've got Frank Lampard as the manager, just come from Derby. So it's a bit like, I don't know how it's going to work for them because they've got to rely on youth as well. Obviously they haven't got Eden Hazard anymore. So they've got to try and build a team around the players they've currently got for like a year, or for the whole season more or less, before they can actually try and make transfers out of that Hazard money. In 4th place is a surprise one, to be fair, but I've gone with Arsenal because, yeah, they've signed Nicolas Pepe for 72 million, but you got to think of how their attack is going to be. They've got, say, I have Nicolas Pepe on the right, Aubameyang on the left, Lacazette up front. Then you've still got like Mkhitaryan behind, like sitting behind. And yeah, midfield, the rest of the midfield's not that good. But then you got centre backs. You don't really have anyone. So that's the thing they need to improve the most, the defence. I believe that William Saliba is a centre back. So maybe he might be a new player. I've just seen as well that Koscielny has now just gone to, I think it was Bordeaux or something like that. The way he's left the club is, I believe, it's a disgrace. The way he's treated the club. He's been there 7 years, and he goes and does that. You just don't do that. In 3rd place, you got Tottenham. I believe they're gonna have another good season. They've signed Tanguy Ndombele for a hefty amount of money as well, nearly 55 mil. That's at the minute that's the only sign they've made. But just looking on the transfer news before this video, I have seen that they've had a bid accepted for Dybala. I think what was it? Coutinho is on the brink of joining on loan, and Eriksen could be going out of the club. So this could hold change like the positioning of these teams. To me, if Eriksen left, I would end up I'll probably put Tottenham in 5th. Arsenal would go to 3rd, and Chelsea would go to 4th. Because without Eriksen, I can't see Tottenham really doing much. Right, but now it's down to the top 2, and I'm just going to be an honest fan. I've already said I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm not going to be biased. So 2nd place is going to be Liverpool. Liverpool haven't made any signings really. They've signed the youth player in Van den Berg. They've signed Harvey Ellis from Fulham Fulham, sorry, who still haven't. Obviously, we haven't paid for him yet, so obviously we've got to do the tribunal thing, whatever it's called. I don't know if I pronounced that right. But then the interesting one was Mignolet left Liverpool, and they brought in Adrian, who was obviously at West Ham, and free agent. You can't really complain. He's a good shot stopper, probably decent for cup games like obviously Carabao Cup, FA Cup. You probably wouldn't use him in the Champions League. But then also here, as you can see, as I'm a Liverpool fan, I want to add a Liverpool statistic. There's 452 players have scored a goal for Liverpool. 420 players have scored a league goal for Liverpool. Liverpool have also scored 1.7 goals on average in each game. And 748 players have played in competitive matches for Liverpool since 1892. And that is, to me, that I like a couple of stats like that. I was trying to find one for other clubs, but I couldn't really. I didn't want to put them in because then it would have lasted a bit too long. But obviously, down to the final team. As much as I don't want it to be them again, it's gonna be Man City. It has to be. They've got quality players all round. They signed a player in Rodri who's a good ball player and all that lot. I'm not sure why they signed Zach Steffen from the MLS. I'm not 100% sure about that one. But if they do this, they're going to do it in style. They're probably going to win by 10 points or more. And just looking at this screen, obviously you can already see they've got the Community Shield. They won it just last Sunday against Liverpool. But it's like they've got a squad. They've got multiple players that they can build around. They didn't even have Aguero for that game against Liverpool that day. And they didn't even have the main goalkeeper, main defender, like in Laporte. It's like they've lost company. But they're still going to have a good team to challenge for the title. Which, in my opinion, is going to be good for them. I'm not sure about the Champions League. Mainly because of the fact that I think they try too hard for the Premier League. They've run out of legs for the Champions League. Right. And thank you for watching my predictions for 1920 this season. Drop a sub if you haven't already, and put the notification bell on so you can keep up with all of our content. I hope you enjoyed the video, and peace out.